should take it slow.
Missed you this morning, Doc.
Get in the Animus. Stop screwing around and lie down on the Animus. Let's go, Mr. Miles. Time's wasting. Start your memory already!
Time to start the program, Desmond. Ready to get to work, Desmond?
When you are exposed, use sharp turns.
Come in, Altair. I trust you are well rested? Ready for your remaining trials?
I am, but I'd speak with you first. I have questions.
Ask then. I'll do my best to answer.
The merchant king of Damascus murdered the nobles who ruled his city. Majd-ad-Din in Jerusalem used fear to force his people into submission. I suspect William meant to murder Richard and hold Akka with his troops. These men were meant to aid their leaders. Instead, they chose to betray them. What I do not understand is why.
Is the answer not obvious? The Templars desire control. Each man, as you've noted, wanted to claim their cities in the Templar name, that the Templars themselves might rule the Holy Land and eventually beyond. But they cannot succeed in their mission.
Why is that?
Their plans depend upon the Templar treasure, the Peace of Eden. But we hold it now, and they cannot hope to achieve their goals without it.
What is this treasure?
It is temptation.
It's just a piece of silver.
Look at it.
What am I supposed to see?
This piece of silver cast out Adam and Eve. It turned staves into snakes, parted and closed the Red Sea. Ares used it to start the Trojan War, and with it a poor carpenter turned water into wine.
It seems rather plain for all the power you claim it has. How does it work?
He who holds it commands the hearts and minds of whoever looks upon it. Whoever tastes of it, as they say.
Then Gagne's men?
An experiment. Herbs used to simulate its effects, to be ready for when they held it.
Talel supplied them. Tamir equipped them. They were preparing for something. But what?
War.
And the others, the men who ruled the cities, they meant to gather up their people, make them like Ganye's men.
The perfect citizens, the perfect soldiers, a perfect world.
Robert de Sable must never have this back.
So long as he and his brothers live, they will try.
Then they must be destroyed.
Which is what I've had you doing. There are 2 more Templars who require your attention. One in Akka, known as Sibrand. One in Damascus, called Jubair. Visit with the Bureau leaders. They'll instruct you further.
As you wish.
Be quick about it. No doubt Robert de Sable is made nervous by our continued success. His remaining followers will do their best to expose you. They know you come, the man in the white hood. They'll be looking for you.
They won't find me. I'm but a blade in the crowd.
Here, my gift to you, in gratitude for the good work you've done.
Do not merely... Hold your blade, become one with it.
When you are exposed, use sharp turns.
It's the hero of Damascus. Come in, stay a while. Tell me all about your adventures.
I'm afraid I don't have the time.
I see. Too important for me now.
It's not that.
No, of course not. How may I serve you then?
Al-Muallim has asked I take the life of the one they call Jubair.
Ah, Salahadin's chief scholar. Strange choice of target in my opinion. But who are we to question the master's will? I'm sure he has his reasons.
Then you're familiar with the man.
He's been quite busy these past few days, organizing the scholars and sending them into the streets to preach.
What do they speak of?
Light and fire, cleansing sins, apocalyptic nonsense if you ask me. All this talk of paths and a new world.
What about this new world?
Couldn't say. I don't pay attention to the ramblings of madmen. Much too busy with real work.
Very well. I'll walk among the people, see what I can learn. Where would you suggest I search?
South of here, you'll find an academy and a guard tower. They're both good places to search. There's also a hospital to the east you might want to visit.
I'll begin at once.
So eager. You've certainly changed, and for the better, I might add.
Fires of war consume the land, and thousands of lives are lost in its defense. Don't away, infant tragedy. But I say, This is an honor. To die out of his mind. God, fighting for what we believe in. There is no greater glory than this. Stop acting like a child. South comes the English king and his infidel army. They leave horrors in their wake. You must not trespass here. That these barbarous acts might be avenged. Pray that God, glorious and exalted is he, finds favor with us, that he may grant us victory.
And sick and hungry.
Army of infidels. They go against the will of God and must be made to pay.
Hey! You look
Thank you. I'll find a way to repay this kindness, I swear.
Curse the one who's done this. Let all of you. Over here! Here! Kill him! This is come back here! Show yourself.
Let me go.
لص حقير سأقطع يديك جزاء ذلك. لص حقير سأقطع يديك جزاء ذلك.
All the city will know of your sacrifice.
how could this have happened?
Leave now! Shouldn't be here. Be gone.
I'm poor and sick and hungry. Could you spare a few? No, you don't understand. I have nothing.
Bad news, brother. I killed a Templar this morning. Well, I suppose that's actually good news. I even found a letter on him which I gave to Damascus, who said he'd find you and deliver it. But from the look in your face, I suspect this hasn't happened. Go on then. Don't waste any more time with me. Seek Damascus and get that letter.
Just a little money, I beg of you. No, you don't understand. I have nothing.
سوف يؤذي نفسه هذا الأحمق.
All I ask is for this morning.
What أيها اللص؟
Wait, you're hurting me.
لص! أنت عثالة!
That hurts. Stop it, please.
لص! أنت عثالة! لص حقير!
What is that man?
Our fathers dwelled in darkness and their fathers before them. It does not mean we must as well. This is our...
Yes! Gel buraya! Kime boyun eğmek istiyorsun? Gel buraya! Geber kafir! Kaybetmeyin onu! Bu tarafta! This is a waste of my time. Gel buraya.
أيها الرجال سوف تموت كما نقص
Kime boyun eğmek istiyorsun? Kime boyun eğmek istiyorsun?
الأحمق سوف يصطدم بشخص ما.
I don't understand what she's trying to accomplish. I don't know if
Deliver a warning. Should Richard take Jaffa, there will be no stopping him. He were not doing.
Do that again and I'll call the guard.
Before it has a chance to begin. That city is ours, has always been ours. And it is our duty to defend it until death.
Strange, I've never seen someone do that before.
What are you
Seni gözün kapalı bile getirir. May God have mercy on your soul.
Infant, you will die here. He won't get away.
أنت تفلح بالاختبار.
Leave this place.
If you value your life, you must be running. Do you think you evidence?
What is it? You're a dead man.
You are not allowed to.
Leave, peasant, before I make you.
İşte kaçıyor. Durdurun. Kime boyun eğmek buraya? Kime boyun eğmek istiyorsunuz? Burada. Bu tarafta.
خذوا علي! توقف عن الجري! لن تهرب! لن تهرب. Show yourself. What happened to this poor soul? Who saw what happened here?
Once he was a teacher, a false prophet of their lies. But then the way was made clear to Jubair. His souls must be done.
Coins. All I ask is for a few coins.
Sorun çıkartacak.
Let me
Another
go.
take it.
Has he lost his mind?
I don't understand.
لست حقير. سأقطع يديك جزاء
Why are
ذلك.
you doing this to me? I've done nothing wrong. Why are you doing
Altair, here. Take this. I've been looking everywhere for you. Now I can finally return to Masyaf. Last time I offered to do someone a favor.
أنت حسان. لص. أنت حسانك.
Please, someone do something.
لص حقير. سأقطع يديك جزاء ذلك.
Please, help me.
Yemek istiyorsun.
Where is the one responsible? He died! Infidel! Carry on with your mission! Another wishes to down?
Where is the one responsible for this?
Tragic.
Just kill that person! Guards, come quickly!
It's forbidden for you to be here.
هل تريد قول شيء؟ ويصيب. Not be fighting. Run back now.
Pis hırsız! Gebereceksin! Hırsızlar dar ağacına müstahaktır.
Please, help me!
Hırsızlık yapmanı... Kime boyun eğmek istiyorsun?
All the city will know of your sacrifice.
Over here! Move! Don't let him escape!
Don't do that again.
Watch yourself.
I made myself clear.
You need something? سأقطع يديك جزاء ذلك.
I have
Die here!
this kindness, I
Show
swear.
yourself.
Over here! What? Like
Ready your weapon.
That was unwise. Go! Nothing is wrong!
What's this?
سوف يراه أحد آجل.
I will end your
Kime bu oyunu yemek istiyorsun?
I will end your life. You won't get away from me. Mercy! Show mercy!
Sheath your sword before now!
You will not win!
I'll have your head! Responsible for this. And the God is on my side. I will end your life.
boyun eğmek istiyorsun? Kime boyun eğmek istiyorsun?
Another minute and they would have made off.
You've nowhere to run! You've chosen the wrong side! You have this under control. Everyone get away from me! Running! You cannot escape!
What he was doing. This man just murdered someone!
Please! I beg you, boy! I beg of you, just
Let us take
stop it! Please! You're hurting
Come on!
Beni gözüm kapalı bile yenemez. Beni yenemeyecek.
Thank you. I'll find a way to repay this kindness, I swear it. You would do such an awful thing.
Like what you see? Who's responsible for this?
You are not allowed to be here. Leave.
Altair, your name is on everybody's lips these days, and for once their words are kind. If you're truly a changed man, perhaps you'd be willing to do me a favor. Jubair has employed certain merchants to spy on the citizens for him. They feed him names in exchange for gold. You would be doing all the city a great service if you were to find these merchants and destroy their stalls. This should end their evil.
You'll never get away!
Why would he do that? What happened to this household?
Come no further.
You've done a good thing today, Altair. In exchange, I'll share my knowledge with you. Your target is likely to be dressed, much like his followers. So here is how to distinguish him from the others. He wears rich golden robes and carries with him a large pouch. Find him, brother. Make him feel pain.
Speak now!
You have no business here. Leave.
Stop! You must not trespass here.
I'll be right here. Fathers dwelled in darkness and their fathers before them. It does not mean we must as well. This is our chance to begin anew. Let Jubair lead you to revelation. Let him lead you to the light. Though our fathers dwelled in darkness and their fathers before them, it does not mean we must as well. This is our chance to begin anew. Let Jubair lead you to revelation. Let him lead you to the light. Once he was a teacher, a false prophet of their lives. But then the way was made clear to Jubair. He saw what must be done, understood it fell to him, having learned the truth, to spread it. And as he was shown the way, so was I. And I will show you as well. Jubair sees things the way they truly are, sees the poison you carry in your hearts and minds. He works to cast it out. Remove all texts from your homes and schools. Give them to us. They must be destroyed.
Is for a few coins. No, you don't understand. I have nothing. I beg of you, just a few coins, please. Please, can't you spare something? I'm poor and sick and hungry. I beg of you, just a few coins, please.
But I say, this is an honor. To die in service to God, fighting for what we believe in. There is no greater glory than this. Now come the English
God damn you! Leave me alone! How dare you! This won't be too difficult. How can one expect to defeat? Someone get hurt. May God have mercy on your soul. Running! You cannot escape! God save me! You will not win!
Surrounded by false knowledge, created by wicked men who seek dominion over your minds. Blocked away, they might still be discovered. But once burned, these texts can no longer do harm. You live a lie, surrounded by false knowledge, created by wicked men who seek dominion over your minds. Blocked away, they might still be discovered. But once burned, these texts can no longer do harm. You live a lie, surrounded by false knowledge, created by wicked men who seek dominion over your minds. Locked away, they might still be discovered. But once burned, these texts can no longer do harm. Once he was a teacher, a false prophet of their lies. But then the way was made clear to Jubair. He saw what must be done, understood it fell to him, having learned the truth, to spread it. And as he was shown the way, so was I. And I will show you as well. Jubair sees things the way they truly are, sees the poison you carry in your hearts and minds. He works to cast it out. Remove all texts from your homes and schools. Give them to us. They must be destroyed.
No, you don't understand. I have nothing. Please, sir, have any money? I need food. I'm so hungry. Just a little money, I beg of you. Please, can't you spare something? I'm poor and sick and hungry.
I stand before you to deliver a warning. Should Richard take Dama, there will be no stopping him. He will not go Jerusalem.
I'll teach you to make a fight!
is not the answer, my child.
In this we agree, so speak and I may stay my blade. What is it your master intends? Why destroy all this knowledge?
We lay the stones to build a road upon which soon all men will travel. It leads to a better tomorrow.
That is not what I see.
Then you are blind. The words upon these parchments, they are poison. Jubair holds the cure. He'll free us from their lies.
It's nonsense you speak. You've lost your mind.
No, not lost, but found. I see the world for what it truly is. He has shown me so much. I am illuminated.
A fanatic is all you are, and dangerous for it.
Do what you must. It changes nothing. We are not afraid.
You should be.
You're a dead man! Filthy heretic! You're mine! Infant! You will die! He tempts us always. Be strong, strong like Salahadin, and take up arms against our enemies in whatever way you can.
Come no further.
Please, can't you spare something? I'm poor and hungry.
Have you gone mad?
What news, Altair?
I've learned much about my enemy.
Share what you know then.
Jubair has become obsessed with purging the city of its knowledge.
A most terrible crime. Now I see why Al-Muallim wants you to remove him.
He's using the city scholars to assist him. They go out into the streets, harassing the people and collecting all their written works. I fear he intends to destroy them all.
He must be stopped.
That's why I'm here. He's to hold a meeting soon, at the Madrasa Al-Qallasa. It's where I'll go. It's where I'll take his life.
I'll leave you alone to prepare. Bring glory to the Brotherhood.
Fast-forwarding memory to a more recent one.
Every single text in this city must be destroyed.
My friend, you must not do this. Much knowledge rests within these parchments, put there by our ancestors for good reason.
And what reason is this?
They are beacons, meant to guide us, to save us from the darkness that is ignorance.
No, these bits of paper are covered in lies. They poison your minds, and so long as they exist, you cannot hope to see the world the way it truly is.
How can you accuse these scrolls of being weapons? They are tools of learning.
You turn to them for answers and salvation. You rely more upon them than yourselves. This makes you weak and stupid. You trust in words, drops of ink. Do you ever stop to think of who put them there? or why. No, you simply accept their words without question. And what if those words speak falsely? As they often do. This is dangerous.
You are wrong. These texts give the gift of knowledge. We need them.
You love your precious writings. You do anything for them?
Yes. Yes, of course. Then join them!
Any man who speaks as he is just as much a threat. Do any else among you wish to challenge me? Good! Your orders are simple enough. Go out into the city, collect any remaining writings and add them to the piles in the streets. When you're done, we'll send a cart to collect them, that they may be destroyed.
Citizens, bring forth your writings. Place them in the pile before me. Keep any as sin. Go and embrace the truth of my words. Free yourselves from the lies and corruptions of...
لن يكون ذلك عسيرا.
I beg of you, just a few coins, please. My family is dying. Would you spare a few coins?
He looks like he's being chased by something. Leave now!
Die here!
Kime boyun eğmek istiyorsan? Düşman fayda etmez.
Where are you? They seem safe, but it is a trick. Well work. Impudent! Kill someone! Ignorance! Violence! Madness! We must resist! We must fight them in any way!
glad to have listened to you.
Leave this place. Die! Faster! Pay for your sins!
Good people of Damascus, you are doing the right thing. Let us cleanse this city of its poisoned past. This is a righteous act, and from the... Why? Why have you done this?
Men must be free to do what they believe. It is not our right to punish one for thinking what they do, no matter how much we disagree.
Then what?
You of all people should know the answer. Educate them. Teach them right from wrong. It must be knowledge that frees them, not force.
They do not learn, fixed in their ways as they are. You are naive to think otherwise. It's an illness, for which there is but one cure.
You're wrong, and that's why you must be put to rest.
Am I not unlike those precious books you seek to save? A source of knowledge with which you disagree, yet you are rather quick to steal my life.
A small sacrifice to save many. It is necessary.
Is it not ancient scrolls that inspire the Crusaders? That fill Saladin and his men with a sense of righteous fury? Their texts endanger others, bring death in their wake. I too was making a small sacrifice. It matters little now. Your deed is done, and so am I.
We'll slow them down for you! Go! We'll deal with them! We'll deal with them!
Mustadeen. We have this under control. Yes! We have this under control. Don't let him get away! That's impossible!
Altair, tell me you've met with success.
Yes. Jubair's fires are extinguished. His life as well.
Excellent news. I had no doubt you'd succeed.
You should have seen it. The scholars followed him so readily. Wasn't just books they fed to fire either, but any man who opposed them.
Such ignorance breeds only evil. You've done a good thing this day.
As with my other targets, he believed he was doing the right thing, clearing a path to a better future.
Of course he would. Such is the landscape of a madman's mind.
The things I've seen these past few weeks, it's as if all the land has gone mad.
And this is why we fight to end the war, that sanity might return. The people are desperate for direction. It's easy for men like Jubair to prey on this and turn them towards evil. You should go, Altair. Return to Al-Muallim. Tell him what you saw. Let him know the good you've done this day.
Safety and peace, Rafiq.
Upon you as well.
Fast-forwarding memory to a more recent one. Take your time. When moving slowly.
Welcome home, child. What news?
Another of the named is put to rest.
Then it would appear your work is nearly complete, and your status restored.
A question, Master, if I may.
Ask, and I will answer.
Why these men? Jubair and Sabrand?
Ah, don't you see? They paved the way for change. Ensure threats both old and new are not given cause to intervene.
To weaken them is to weaken our enemy. I suppose that makes sense.
Were these men to continue their work, our work would quickly be undone.
How is that? We've caused them much grief.
We strike at the arms, yes. But this is a hydra that you face, and it is quick to replace that which is severed.
Then we should lop off its head and be done with this.
Soon, soon. We are close. Only one more man stands between us and our ultimate goal.
I will return to my work. The sooner this last man dies, the sooner I might face our true enemy.
Before you go, I have a question for you.
Of course.
What is the truth?
We place faith in ourselves. We see the world the way it really is, and hope that one day all mankind might see the same.
What is the world, then?
An illusion. One which we can either submit to, as most do, or transcend.
What is it to transcend?
To recognize nothing is true and everything is permitted. That laws arise not from divinity but reason. I understand now that our creed does not command us to be free. It commands us to be wise.
Do you see now why the Templars are a threat?
Whereas we would dispel the illusion, they would use it to rule.
Yes, to reshape the world in an image more pleasing to them. That is why I sent you to steal their treasure. That is why I keep it locked away. And that is why you kill them. So long as even one survives, so too does their desire to create a new world order. Take your equipment. Seek out this last man. With his death, Robert de Sable will at last be vulnerable.
It will be done.
Safety and peace upon you, Altair.